And why don't you ask him?
Oh, I just don't want to come out and say, are you gay?
What makes you think he is?
Well, there's this guy that he hangs around. Like, when we're around this guy, he always hangs around him and goes, oh, yeah, and stuff like that. And so, I mean...
Hold on a second.
I'm not following.
Hold on, Stephanie. Stephanie's 16.
Yeah.
These days, 16-year-olds are, pretty
sophisticated.
Yeah. When you watch the Olympics?
Yeah.
Just about every chick you see?
Yeah.
15, 16?
Yeah, right.
Stephanie sounds like this is like a 1922 or something.
Yeah, but shouldn't you be sort of grateful?
Yeah. Is this the alternative?
I guess this is it.
I mean, you're either pregnant and using the F word in every sentence, or you sound like Stephanie.
Yeah.
Can't figure out whether her boyfriend's gay.
Yeah.
Stephanie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I really like this guy, and, I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean,
all right, let me figure something out. You have met him?
Yes, I have. I've known him for a long time.
Uh-huh. And he
for about 3-4 months.
He is your boyfriend, right?
Yes.
And you think he's gay because there's some guy
he
at
hangs
school?
out with?
Well, I don't know if he's acting because he likes to play jokes, but, I mean, I just want to know for sure.
Well, Stephanie...
Just assume he's not gay until proven...
Until he tells you he is.
Otherwise.
Yeah, and you can go ahead and ask him about your concerns.
No, don't ask him.
Yeah, about the concerns about the way he kids around. Say, are you serious about it?
I mean, if he is gay, I don't want to make him embarrassed, and I don't want to be embarrassed.
Well, why do you think...
Boyfriend.
Huh?
We're not going to get anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Stephanie, just ask him if you're curious. There's nothing you've said to lead us to believe that...
Why would he have a girlfriend if he was gay?
Well, he might be bi.
Okay, you don't want to be the bi guy.
No, I mean, I like him.
Okay.
And he's really fine.
Uh-huh.
And...
Well, let me see if I can't get to the bottom of this.
You're sick, Adam. You shouldn't be working so hard. You're really not up for this.
You're right.
I mean, I want to stay with him and all.
All right, then that's fine.
Go ahead.
But open your communication, keep your eyes open, and keep your feet planted squarely on the ground.
Oh, listen. Stephanie, forget it. He's not gay.
Besides, he thinks I'm prude.
Oh, please. She's just screwing around at this point.
Yeah.
Stephanie. Shush up. You're not for real, are you?
Yes, I am. He called me up.
You're really 16 years old?
Yes.
What year were you born?
1982.
Oh, for Christ's sake, I was graduating. I barely graduated. High school. That's sickening. I was getting my sheepskin, and your dad was forgetting to wear his lambskin.
Yeah, I was well into medical school.
Holy Christ. And, God knows what your hair looked like.
Hey, I'm a blonde.
No, me.
No, not you. All right, Stephanie. He's not gay. Now go out with him. Fine. Oh, please.
Start the show, please.
Okay, phone number 1-800-LVE-191, fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Ace Rockola. That is Dr. Drew. I was gone last night because of an illness.
Yeah, you missed quite a show, in fact. I knew you'd come back tonight because it would be awfully threatening to you to know just how seriously good last night's show was. Wouldn't you say, ladies? Ann, Lisa? Oh, Mike didn't like it. Really?
Mike called me up today and said it was good. What are you talking about? Oh, Mike said he missed me?
Yeah,
good boy.
I did too. No, I did too. But
how was Big Bad Voodoo Daddy?
Great, nice guys.
Good.
Tammy was very cool, but I missed you.
Thank you.
It was different.
Tammy's good, and I had never met Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, but it seems I've heard they were good guys. As a matter of fact, they were the house band for a Stone Stanley production.
Yes, we talked about it.
Friends of ours. Oh,
Yeah.
and I guess you guys did talk about
I was trying to get into the house band for our Stone Stanley production.
I think they're too big now. Summer.
Yes.
You're 22.
Uh-huh.
You're on Loveline.
Thank you.
Goldfinger's in here tomorrow night.
Did you give out the phone number?
Yes.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yes. I moved up here from Florida. I live in Washington right now. And my aunt welcomed me here with open arms. And when I got here, my aunt proceeded to tell me that my parents were swingers. My dad probably sexually molested me at 2. He tried to, hit on. He was wanting to sleep with my aunt when she was 16. The list went on and on and on.
I understand. Where were you? Did you leave your home and come to your aunt's place?
I left Florida because my parents live in the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
And
very ironic that the swingers would live in the Virgin Islands.
Exactly.
But so you left there. You stayed with your aunt, and
and she just told me all this crap about my parents, and
is this your mom's sister?
yeah.
Yeah. And how old
My
were you?
grandma, huh?
How old were you when she told you all this stuff?
22. It just happened like
Just
2 years
happened?
ago. And I got a hold of my mom, and I told my mom everything, and my mom, of course, proceeded to tell my aunt off, and now my aunt called me up and told me that she's going to put a restraining order on me.
Did your mom deny all this?
Yeah.
Your mom denied everything?
She denied. She says that we would never do that, and if we did, it wasn't my place to find out.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wait a minute.
There's something to that in terms of the swinging part. That is sort of none of your business.
Yeah.
But the...
Oh, please.
No.
I would have kicked that. You know what I would have done to that aunt if she were mine? I would have sewed on a set of testicles, and then I would have kicked them. There's nothing I loathe more than people telling people stuff they don't need to hear when they can't change it. Hey, if you got a booger hanging out of your nose, feel free to tell me. I'd like to know, because I don't want to walk around with that thing that looks like a piston coming in and out of my nose. But if you saw me do stand-up 2 years ago and I sucked, I don't need to know about it.
Well, it's just after that, it was like I was totally depressed. I've never been depressed in my whole entire life. I'm always very a happy-go-lucky person.
Your relationships have been okay?
My relationships?
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Uh-oh.
Every 3 months, I go through a different guy.
Mm-hmm. Swinger type?
Yeah, kind of.
What a surprise. That sort of confirms Dad. The theory about Dad.
I don't mind that. It's just that I wish you would have never told me. And now it feels like my mom's like, when my mom called up my aunt, she's like going, oh, Summer's lying. She needs therapy. She needs all this crap. And I'm like, I don't need that. And
maybe now you do, though.
now I feel like I do.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Maybe you do.
I have no friends up here. I left all my friends down in Florida.
You're still living with the aunt?
No, I live in my own apartment now. I had to move out.
Oh, my God.
But I can't believe that everything I got up here and everything just went like totally wrong.
All right. Well, your parents kind of hippie parents?
No, my dad's very strict and...
Really?
Yeah, he's like, he sees everything in black and white and no gray areas.
Yeah. There's a little pink in there, I'd say.
Yeah.
All right. So the big question is not whether they were swingers, but whether you were molested, right?
Yeah. Well, I was raped when I was 10.
Who raped you when you were 10?
Huh? I was in Mexico. I don't know who the guy was.
Does everyone... I've only been to Mexico once, and I managed to escape rape. Actually, I've been to Mexico many times and managed to escape rape. Is this a tradition, or did this just happen?
No, we used to cruise. We were cruising around the Caribbean for 2.5 years.
With your parents?
With my parents.
Dad's a real straight-laced guy, real black and white?
Yeah, he is.
Like Fred McMurray from my 3 sons?
Somebody don't see him cruising around the Caribbean.
Is your name Summer? Is that your real name?
Yeah.
No. Hold on. Let me talk to Drew for a second. First off, I think that just goes on in Mexico. You know, like when you go to Hawaii and you get off the plane, they put the lei around your neck?
Right.
Sort of a tradition?
Different kind of lei in Mexico.
Welcome to Honolulu?
Yeah.
I think in Mexico that's what happens. You cross the border, they just rape you.
Yeah.
Welcome. It's not a great tourist idea. I think if the tourist board had a chance to really think it out, plus imagine the poster campaign that goes on with that. But her name is Summer. Her folks live in the Caribbean. They spent a couple years cruising around the Caribbean.
Yeah.
No straight-laced guy names their daughter Summer.
Right. I think he may be rigid and angry.
Rigid, angry, and hippie.
Yeah.
Bad combo.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. The only good part about the hippie...
The laid-back part.
Is the laid-back part.
Yeah.
Is the, hey, peace and love part.
Yeah.
Okay, let me talk.
The bad part is the no boundaries and...
All right. Summer?
Grandiosity.
What's your dad do for a living?
He drives tugboats, and actually right now he's driving his 72-foot sailboat. They're chartering it right now.
So would angry and rigid describe him a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know he's not a hippie because he's raised from Nebraska. He's been in the Navy. The only reason why they named me Summer is off of a beauty pageant. He just liked the name.
All right. We can't...
All right, but someone raped you when you were 10.
Yeah, but my parents don't know about this. Only my brother does.
Summer, somebody said you need therapy. I think that's a great idea. You got chaos erupting on all sides. You have a history of rape that's not been dealt with. Your relationships have been very cursory and chaotic. there's a question about abuse by dad. There certainly is a lot of chaos in your family system. Why not do something about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to know. I want to know what I should do with my aunt. She lives like 10 minutes away from me, and
Well,
there's family functions that we have to go to, and...
Well, listen, you tell her, listen, you told me something, and the nature of what you told me compelled me to tell Mom.
of course, I'm sure.
And you would have done the same thing if you were in my position. Listen, even if she did, when someone says to somebody else, listen, don't tell anybody, but I think your dad molested you.
Yeah.
Oh, for Christ's sake, it'd be like me telling you, hey, Drew, don't say anything, but I killed producer Ann. I buried her in the alley behind the police station over there. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Would you rat me out?
Sure.
You bastard.
For a lot less, too.
There goes that plan. Nicole.
Yeah.
You're 15.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, me and my boyfriend Steven, we've been together for a little over 2 years. And we've talked about having sex and everything. And we know we're going to have safe sex. You know, I'm getting the pill in like a week. And he has condoms. But that's not what I'm worried about. I'm just worried that, you know, our relationship's going to change, like, for the worst. Or I don't know if it's going to change for worse or
How long have you been
better.
together?
What?
How long have you been together?
A little over 2 years.
And
We're really great. We're like a really good couple, and we never really fight.
Now, what is it you're concerned is going to happen when you go to the next level?
Well, I just heard that, you know, your relationship changes.
Yeah, but it becomes closer usually.
Well, yeah, but I'm not... Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like,
And the concern that I have is that it gets too close, that you guys are sort of bonded in a way that may not be appropriate.
Hey, Drew.
Uh-huh.
Drew's sneezing, but I want to ask him a question.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like the point in life where you go from what's sex like, oh my God, isn't this going to be amazing, that's all I can think about, I can't wait till I have sex, to the point that you get to eventually, which is, yeah, I'm having sex, yeah, it's all right. When are we going to do it again? Well, I don't know, maybe this weekend, maybe the weekend after that, whenever. Doesn't that point seem like it goes too quick? Like it's too short a span in there?
Depends on the person.
I want to know how I got there so quick.
Well,
I got from like, oh my God, I'm never having sex. I gotta have sex. What's this sex like? I can't wait to have sex. To like, yeah, I'm having sex anyway.
Yeah, but you discovered masturbation. Now the ghost come out when you orgasm.
Oh, shut up. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Is it Drew?
I'm telling you, that's your thing.
Don't you wish you could drain?
It's amazing you have any sexual drive at all. You're being drained like that all the time.
Please, you know my grandmother listens to the show, Drew. I don't need that kind of mockery on the air. But
am I right? Yeah.
But Drew,
Yeah.
doesn't it seem? Don't you wish you could just rob your brain of every sexual experience you ever had, and the next time you had sex, it would be like the first time?
Yeah.
Be a lot of draining, though, Drew. Nicole?
Yeah.
All right, so what's your deal?
For it turning wet, like worse?
Not likely to turn worse. It's just likely to be more intense. That's all we're saying. And that the intensity may be more than a 15-year-old relationship should have. That it bonds you in a way that just may not be appropriate for your age. I mean, you're going to be in that relationship for a long time to come, and it may not be the right thing for you.
There's a certain line you cross when you have sexual intercourse in a relationship that makes it like more, you can't go back.
Well, there's a biology that operates. There's oxytocin released, and there's various receptive hormones, and these things that bond you biologically.
I like to look at it as, like, you know when you see these movies where these guys are on the lam, and they've kidnapped somebody, and then somebody is a witness, and they have to kill them.
Yeah.
And they don't want to kill them, but they think about it that, listen, if they get caught, they're doing life anyway.
Right.
So what's it hurt just to kill this guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
I think I'm following.
No, that was a bad example. Caitlin.
Hey.
What's going on with you?
Well, I just have a question for probably Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
My husband, when we have sex, he likes me to put my finger in his butt. And I was just wondering, does that mean he's, like, gay?
No.
No?
Man, there's some...
Does
he got a dollar?
Does he have... I was thinking that.
You do? You're thinking gambling?
Yeah. Does he have sex with men?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, that would be when he's gay. So if he wants to have sex with men, okay?
Okay, but it seems like that's the only way he can, like, have an orgasm is if, like, he's going really hard and then he can't, and then he asks me if I'll do it for him, and I have no problem doing it. But then I think, well, why can't he have an orgasm unless I'm sticking my finger in his butt.
Well, where do you work, Caitlin?
I don't. I have 3 kids.
That's good.
3 kids.
I thought she was going to say like at a donut shop or something.
Why? Do I sound like a donut shop worker?
No, I just don't want someone with stinky finger coming into the shop.
Oh.
3 kids, 20.
You can wash it off with soap and water. It's just fine.
How old were you when you had your first kid?
Huh?
I wanted to gamble on her from her first syllable, Drew.
Yeah, I know, me too. But let's
Why?
Just go because your voice, it sounds very young.
Young?
Yeah, like 12.
I'm 20.
I know. And how old were you when you first had sex?
How old was I? I was 16.
Anything before that?
16 months?
No, 16 years.
Okay.
No, I lived a very sheltered life, and actually I didn't have sex until I met the man I knew I was going to marry.
And then after the divorce, you met this guy?
No, I've only been married once. Married once. I was 17 when I had my first baby.
When you mean sheltered, what does that mean?
Like,
chained to the radiator?
No, I was the
baby
only child, and my dad really spoiled me. If I wanted to go off and do things with my friends, it was a really big debate. Him and my mom got divorced when I was like 4 years old, so I stayed and lived with my dad. My mom, wanted to work and have a career. And
all right, hold on, Caitlin, slow down. Ever have an eating disorder?
Nope. Why, do I sound like I do?
There's something going on with you. I can't figure out what it is. Maybe nothing?
Well,
Okay.
no, there is something. Me and my mom, I want a closer relationship with her, but she seems to diss me all the time.
Boy, she sure took off when you were 4. That must be awfully
she didn't really take off. She just, we were still, I still saw her basically every day, and her and my dad still, communicated about what kind of, life I was going to have. They went to both of my school meetings. If I had meetings, they
What kind of career did your mom? What kind of career did your mom have?
She is a nurse.
All right, Caitlin, we're not getting anywhere. Go ahead and put your finger in your husband's ass. Do you have to lubricate it or anything?
Most of the time, yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have to stop whatever you're doing to go get the lubrication?
No, we have it right by the
Keep
bed.
by the bed there.
Yeah.
All right, focus on the kids.
He can't which finger do you put in?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't?
I just, it's not like I care. I mean, he's my husband. I love him to death.
Okay.
And if,
What
I don't
what's your
have
husband
a
do?
problem with it. I don't feel like a whore or anything. I just
No.
What does your husband do for a living?
He works with computers. He does networking.
And the kids are good?
Oh, well, one of them just woke up right now. But, yeah, they're basically good. They, they run around the house and make it mess all the time. But
Okay, don't have any more kids.
I can't.
Oh, you
I'm done.
can't?
I have a blown disc from my last pregnancy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, now that's good. So no more kids, and put a barrel bolt lock on that door of yours.
Yes.
Why?
We don't want the kids walking in.
If
on
they
anything.
walk in and mommy has her finger wedged in daddy's ass, it's automatic 6 years therapy.
Yeah.
Drew, have the theory about what equals what in therapy.
Yes.
It's like minimum mandatory sentencing they have, I guess, in California and some other states. Mommy's finger in daddy's ass, pop, 6 years therapy, mandatory. That's it.
Beginning immediately.
Yes. And by the way, if you miss one day, even after 4.5 years, you have to go back and complete the 6. It is that crucial. Could you imagine that? No. Could you imagine your folks, Drew? Thank God my parents got divorced so young. My parents had enough dignity to get divorced when I was young enough not to imagine them having sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
By the time I got to the age where I thought about them having sex, they'd already been divorced for 5 years.
Right, you don't have to worry about it. It wasn't happening.
Yes.
You can reassure yourself at that.
I should thank them for that.
Yes. There's some advantage to divorce here, is there not?
Let me tell you something, Drew. My parents got divorced. No, my parents separated when I was about 8 or something like that. They didn't officially get divorced for 10 years. 10 years.
That's what I'm gonna.
10 years.
The reason?
Well, you'll speculate all you want. It probably costs like $20. Is probably the reason, and nobody could pony up the 20. But they got along. I mean, they didn't like each other, but they were civil. I was with Dad 3 days and Mom with 4 days, and there wasn't anything to divvy up. They had a Volkswagen Squareback, for Christ's sake. They had no belongings, no property. There wasn't anything to split, and who cares? Why spend the $50 on the court proceeding? So they just never got officially divorced.
Well, again, it's good to have you back. Are you feeling better? I've got this thing you've given everybody.
I feel great.
I forgot it.
Yeah. All right, why don't we tease one of the calls, and then we'll go back. Yeah. Joe.
Yes.
31.
Yes.
Gets a sharp pain in the back of his head whenever he orgasms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
all right, that's good. Hold on. We'll go to break and we'll sort that out.
Loveline's phone.
I love Together at Last.
What is this song?
This is Sublime. It's called I Got Stoned on the Beach. I don't know the name of this song. It's a Sublime song that K-Rock shouldn't be playing.
You don't like this one either?
I like this song. This is that Harvey Danger. All right. Mike, quit screwing around in there. Come on, we're trying to do a radio show here. All right. I didn't see Harvey Danger at either show I was at last week. I somehow missed them, unfortunately, because I wanted to see them. All right, where were we? 1-800-LOVE-191 is the phone number. Joe.
Yeah.
You're 31.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. You get that pain in the back of your head whenever you orgasm.
Yeah, I've been married for 10 years.
Is that your mom smacking you with a newspaper saying, quit whacking off?
No.
Does he sound 31?
What's that?
Go ahead.
No, he doesn't sound 31, but who cares?
No, I am really.
Yeah, I know you are.
I've been married for 10 years, and about 4 years ago, I would have an orgasm, and I get this sharp pain right in the back of my head.
Or does Ross Perot sound like he's 62?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Is it in the neck?
No, it's just like the base of your head.
Does it radiate anywhere?
No, it's just like...
Doesn't go up behind your ears? Doesn't go behind your ears or up to the top of the scalp?
Kinda.
Do you have any visual or auditory phenomenon or changes during these headaches?
No.
Do you have a history of migraines?
No.
Or you want any medication?
No. I don't do drugs or alcohol.
It probably is nothing, frankly. I mean, you ought to have it looked into to be sure. But there you can get inflammation of the nerve, pinching of the nerve back there. You can get muscle spasm. There's various things that can happen.
Yeah, are you in the same position when you have the orgasm? You ever masturbate in the shower?
No.
Yeah, me too. I'm scared I'm going to slip and hit my head on the side of the tub, and that's where they'll find me. Picture that. Body lying
Given
there.
Given how much of the day is spent with your hand attached, chances are they are going to find you that way someday. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know why? 'Cause I have a deal with my roommate. The deal is
pry the hand off.
I kick off, you pry my hand off of my penis, and then you gather up all my pornography and you put it in a shopping bag and you toss it down at the Ralph's at the supermarket down in the dumpster.
All your porno in a shopping bag. The porno you have out of the bunker. You mean?
No, I gave him the combo to the vault too, in case there's a problem.
You can't put that in a shot. It would be like a Brinks truck filled with the.
Here's what I told him. I told him first, go down in the corner and get some Latino day laborers because you need some guys with a strong back. I also put $200 in singles in the vault too, which you can use to pay the Latino laborers. Anyway, then they clean the place out. No, it's seriously. I had a roommate who, he had like a handgun and a vibrator and some handcuffs and a hustler and all sorts of stuff in one drawer. And I always told him, listen, if you kick off, I'll come in here and I'll clean up for you. That's all the folks need to do is they slide open a drawer. You know, they find the
handgun in there.
9mm and a man of war and some handcuffs and big black jugs, you know.
Why?
You know, guys have guns, you know. What are you gonna do?
Let's keep going.
All right. So nothing's wrong with Joe?
Well, he needs to be evaluated, but I suspect it's a more muscular problem.
All right. Sue.
Yes,
You're 25.
I am.
What's going on? Hold on a second. Drew, how many people do you figured out how many people do you figured out that someone was gay after they died based on, you know, cleaning out? I mean, what percentage? You know what I mean? There's got to be there's a lot of folks that
gay or just have some sort of alternative life that they're leading. You mean? Some sort of hidden.
You're gay.
An alternative gay life,
or any kind of life. You know what I mean?
Okay, any kind of weird life. You know what I mean? I mean, that's got to crop up a lot, don't you think?
Yeah.
You go into someone's house, you're cleaning out all their possessions.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of these things.
And what do they do? I mean, like, what do the cops do?
Or you fear your family finds out about affairs or things.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to someone's house, you're cleaning. Imagine
it's not the
that.
cops, it's the family that comes up with the stuff.
All right, so you got to go in your, like, folks' bedroom and start cleaning out everything, and you find, like, a revolver and a diaphragm and some brass knuckles or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, everybody ought to work something out right now. God knows what's in, near Ann's nightstand that she doesn't want her mom finding out. When we all have something in the nightstand, something in the closet. I got Ron Jeremy's penis in my closet. Are you kidding me?
Look for the areas. Fill that space.
I went to Dooley's apartment the other week. Oh, it's like some kind of a head shop or something in there. I mean, seriously, it's really they would arrest his folks if they were cleaning out the house of that place. Forget about it. No, we all need someone to come in. I'm going to start a service.
Oh, there you go.
I come in with some tongs and some hefty bags. And for like $19.95, I'll clean out anything you got in there. And don't worry, I know what your folks don't want to see or what whoever your next of kin is. I'll clean it out, and I'll keep. Part of it is I get $19.95, but I get to keep what I take out. You know, weed, Valium, dildos, vibrators, pornography, whatever it is, and then I'll just clean it off and sell it.
If I can do it, they can do it. You can do it.
Drew, this would be a good service. Huh?
Yeah.
Dooley would have to charge a little more than $19.95. To back a truck up to that place. And God knows, with the computer, you wouldn't even have time. You just have to burn the whole computer.
Maybe you could partner up with the Neptune Society and dispose of the stuff out in the
That's a good idea. I get together with the Neptune Society. We take Dooley's bong and his computer and his porno pile. We burn it and we scatter the ashes over the open sea. It'd take really more than an urn, though, for Dooley's paraphernalia. All right. Where are we, Drew?
We were talking to Sue.
Oh, we were?
Hi
hey,
there.
Sue.
Yes.
You're 25.
Yes. Well, recently my...
Sue, what do you got in your house that you want me to remove? You got a vibrator in there, right?
I do.
Okay.
Some letter or two that you wouldn't want your folks to read?
My bong.
Oh, your bong? I figure I could, I'll tell you what's a real space saver. Here's what I would tell the people that work for me. Folks, listen up. Where's my listen to me, everybody. This I would announce in the auditorium, but because I need a large number of employees, I need them spread out all over the country. We probably have a jet fueled up and ready to go anytime, but people kicking off a lot, and they're all over the country, and I'd have to have people at every outpost.
You got to beat the family there.
Got to beat the family, right. Okay, listen. To save time and space, I found it helpful to put the vibrator inside of the bong. Okay.
Well, my boyfriend recently got a case of epididymitis.
Your boyfriend?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've been together 3 years plus, and we went to the doctor, treated with antibiotics, and they told him to wear a jock strap. And well, he's still having some discomfort and pain, and
one testicle still hangs lower than the other.
Epididymitis can be a very frustrating problem.
What is that, Drew?
It's inflammation of the epididymis or infection of the epididymis. And,
what's the epididymis?
Sort of a cap that sits on top of the testes.
And we also want to know...
Oh, it's the testiomica?
Testiomica, yes.
Well, how would this
like a beret,
be caused?
How would this be caused?
Yeah.
You know, most of the time you don't really find out. It can be caused just by some bacteria tracking down in there. It can be associated with prostate infections. It can be associated with chlamydia and gonorrhea or previous history of any sexually transmitted disease. The viral sexually transmitted diseases like herpes can trigger this. And just nothing, just sort of clogged tubes, inflammation. And sometimes the urologist will treat it just with anti-inflammatory agents like naproxen or Aleve. Did you see a urologist?
No, he did not.
That's what you need to do. You need to see. It's time to see a urologist because there may be other things going on here. There's all kinds of other sort of structural issues that may be hidden, causing this to persist. I have some patients that sometimes have problems with the outflow of the bladder, and so and it causes persistent inflammation of the prostate and epididymis. So things like Hitrin and Cardura that improve the emptying of the bladder improve these symptoms.
Isn't it true when you get older, though, one side of the nads leans a little lower than the other?
I think that's pretty common.
Is that what that is, though?
No. That's just gravity.
You think it's more often the left or the right, or have they ever done a study?
Well, this is a critical issue, and so it's been studied extensively.
Wouldn't it be interesting if Republicans, the right one, hung down and Democrats the left?
Just fascinating.
I would bet if you're left-handed, your left one would hang.
Why?
You know how, like, when you're left-handed and the woman's left-handed, her, like, left boob's a little bigger?
Because there's more muscle over there.
Same thing.
I see. No muscle in the epididymis.
Well, I'm going to check. Mike, I know Drew won't do this, but Mike and I'm not sure the guy who's sitting next to Mike, but I'm going to need you to, during the break, let's just go all look and just see if it's the right or the left. Okay? Because I know one side's lower on me, but I can't remember which side.
You can change, too.
Okay.
You can alternate, yeah.
Depending on what kind of mood you're in. Jackie?
Yeah.
You're 15.
Mm-hmm.
Thought she was obsessing over rock stars. Apparently, she's not.
How's that?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What's happening now?
It's really weird because when I was little, little kids, they see, like, Jonathan Taylor Thomas on TV or something like, ooh, I'm going to marry him someday.
Right.
And, so they hang posters all over their walls and stuff.
Right.
Well, me and one of my friends got into the Backstreet Boys in, like, 1994 when they were very first coming out.
Didn't we meet those Backstreet Boys?
Did we?
I wish I could.
Hold on a second, Jackie. Drew, I swear to God, we met them backstage at, like, the Terry Bradshaw show.
Oh, yes.
Wasn't that the Backstreet Boys?
Or was that Vibe or something? I can't remember.
I swear to God, we were hanging out with the Backstreet Boys, and one of them, or two of them, came up to us and said, we're big fans of the show.
Yes.
Now, that's true, isn't it?
Yes. I can't remember what show it was, though.
I swear to God, it was a Terry Bradshaw show.
Yeah, I think it was.
Home and Hard On.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of that show. The one that Terry Bradshaw used to do. All right, no one remembers. It couldn't have been that good.
Home Team.
Home Team. And I was thinking to myself, who the hell are the Backstreet Boys? This is about a year ago, at least.
Yeah, I remember that.
And now I'm hearing a lot about the Backstreet Boys.
Right.
We should have been nicer to them. Right. Well, maybe we'll get them on the show. No, we can't get them on.
No, it's left for the
break. But they do. Okay. All right, listen, Jackie, we'll get you over this. I have to go see what side hangs lower. Mike, come on. You're coming with me. We'll be back.
Loveline. Be right back in a minute.
All right, Adam. Tell them what you're talking about.
Was I talking about that?
You're going off about something.
Oh, there's me and Drew in Mad Magazine.
Yeah, it looks like Mel Gibson, doesn't he?
No, it doesn't really look like Mel Gibson. Just doesn't look like me.
I don't know who that is.
We're talking about Mad Magazine. Well, is my name on there? I guess it's the newest or the latest Mad Magazine has.
It says Adam anyway.
Has a little Loveline thing with me and Drew in there. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. Although it really doesn't look anything like me, does it, Drew?
It's funny.
All right, anyway. All right, before we went to break, I had this theory. You see, guys, when you get older, one of your nuts hangs lower than the other one. It's just something that happens with age. It never seemed to happen. I can't remember when it happened, but it must have been mid-20s. I have this theory that whatever your good hand is the one that hangs lower. And I went and checked in the bathroom, and there's quite a significant difference in distance from the ground.
For you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but I'm right-handed, and I had a thing going on the left.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You checked?
Mm-hmm. Julie checked. Julie?
He checked you?
I had to go to the bathroom, and Julie was locked in that bathroom for quite some time.
Well, Dooley's got a large... It takes Dooley...
I had to do a little unpeeling.
3 or 4 minutes just to... Yeah.
What happened?
I'm right-handed, and everything's on the right-hand side.
I'm left-handed.
Here's the real question. Which side do you dress?
Oh, hold on a second, Drew. I'm left-handed, and mine was on the left side.
But the question is, does it go to what side you dress? You see
what side you dress means what side you wear your honker on. Taylor,
he's kind of in the middle right now. I don't know.
I swear to God, a tailor asked Drew, what side do you dress?
Yes.
Meaning, where...
Peanut gallery just went nuts.
What side of your pants do you wear your penis? Wow. And Drew said, I keep it in my ass, thank you. Can you believe that?
I guess, Adam, there has to be enough there to...
Drew, did you know?
Right. What, do they leave more room on that side?
Yeah, they changed the way they tailor the pants.
Oh, Jesus, when you got to have your slats
so you guys
altered.
don't go from side to side. It's always on the same side.
No, I don't pick a side. I think I wear my... Well, I'm wearing sweatpants because I'm sick, but I just wear my stuff low enough so it sort of hangs in the middle, right?
But usually...
If you were going to wear tight jeans, which
usually there's a side.
Yeah,
if you were going to pull out your old Jordache jeans.
What I do when I wear the Zeppelin jeans is I will put one on one side and one on the other to form that camel toe in front there. Pull it up nice and tight. That's what I'm talking about. Weenie goes north, the nads go south.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
She thought you were splitting the nads.
Yeah.
Right. No. They stay together. Even if they fight, they still stay together. So, Drew, did the tailor really ask you what side you wear your junk on?
Yes.
And did you have an answer? Did you have to think about it?
No.
And did you know what they were talking about immediately?
I can't remember.
It must have been in some sort of penis context.
Well, he was doing the inseam. He was working there.
Yeah. So you picked the side?
No, I knew the side.
What side?
Left.
Drew goes to the left. And why is that? Because you usually drive and your wife's on the passenger seat? You're trying to keep the junk away? What?
Towards Mecca.
Toward Mecca? Why is that? I mean, why it just went that way? Wow. But Drew, you don't have to pick a side. All right, now I'm really freaked out. I don't know. All right, I'm going to check that out tomorrow when I put on some pants.
Is it? Maybe it's because the testy hangs on that side lower.
Meaning?
Maybe the position of the testy is what determines which side it goes. See?
Yeah. But
there's also one often turns in a particular.
There's no natural hang when there's nudity. There's no. It doesn't go this way or that way. The penis. Really? Well, true. True's like Snake River Canyon. Can Evil ever try to jump over your penis in his rocket car? Well, the things you learn about Drew. Now, Jackie. All right, so you're 15 and what the hell?
Obsessed about rock stars.
Oh, yeah, right.
And now you're back at it again?
Well, it's been like, when I was like 8, I would have...
No, we got all that, but when did it stop?
Right around that time.
When you were 8?
Yeah.
Then you didn't start again until when?
I guess about 2 years ago, when the Backstreet Boys were like over in Europe.
All right, Jackie, that's age appropriate. Okay, it should be all wrapped up by around 16 or so, but it's age appropriate behavior to be obsessed with sort of bigger than life media figures or bigger than life figures of any type. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting like in high school. I just started high school last year, and me and one of my best friends are the only two people that we know that are like that, and we're sitting here like, yeah, we're weird.
No, I'm sure there are other people like it, but maybe you guys are more preoccupied or more...
well, they're just not into the
it.
Backstreet Boys, that's all.
Yeah.
Is there one of them you like more than the next?
Nick Carter.
Nick?
Mm-hmm.
And would you have sex with him?
No.
Oh, you wouldn't?
Well, I mean...
What the hell kind of obsession is that?
She's going to marry him.
I
You see?
don't really believe in saying that I would marry someone or I would have sex with them until I actually meet them.
All right.
You know, the thing that's funny about guys would agree to have sex with someone they're not even vaguely obsessed with. You know what I mean? They see some chick on a Dentine commercial, and I'd bone her.
And they would?
Didn't have to say a word. Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
Right through the TV set if they could.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. There's a plan.
Okay,
Let me write that down.
Grind to a halt.
Another invention.
This is your computer thing again.
My God, you think I watch a lot of TV when I'm healthy? You ought to see how much TV I watch. I now have 2 TVs. I'm like Elvis. I got 3 TVs going in the house now.
No.
Yeah.
What do you watch?
I have to run from place to place so I don't miss anything.
What do you watch?
You know what I've actually done? Because there's a pretty good span between my kitchen and my den.
Yeah.
And there's 1 TV in the kitchen and 1 TV in the den. And there's no in-between TV.
Oh, no.
I've actually had to place one of those big, round, circular bubble mirrors that they put up in the canyons,
Yes,
in the hills.
Yeah, so you can see what's around the corner.
See what's around the corner? Yeah, so I can watch what's left of the TV in the kitchen as I enter into the den. It's a good idea. You guys ought to try that.
That's nice.
What the hell? I watched like a documentary on that. Hitler's Young Life today.
Yeah.
I watched My Gay Friend on the Discovery Channel.
I haven't missed that in a while.
Or whatever channel.
Look for the areas. Fill that space.
Yeah. Oh, boy, was I watching him today. Oh, yes. I watched everything.
Tiffany.
Watched a World's Strongest Man competition.
Tiffany's 14.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say I love you guys. I think you guys are great. But my question is, I was wondering, is self-mutilation a sure sign of depression?
It's a sure sign of significant emotional problems. Let's put it that way. Depression would be a common manifestation, but it's usually more than just depression.
So would it be worth going to therapy for?
It'd be worth being seen about. Whether or how the treatment would go and what treatments would be rendered, I can't comment. But yeah, definitely. I mean, self-mutilation is a sign of severe distress emotionally. And you don't need to suffer like that. I mean, there are people out there who can help you and treat you and get you through this. I mean, this is a real critical time in your development. You got to get through it as effectively as possible. And if you're this disturbed at this point, it's going to make it a very difficult transition and difficult to go through in a way that's effective for you.
Okay.
I'd say it's way up there on the list of
symptoms
of depression. As a matter of fact, there's plenty of depressed people that where it doesn't even manifest itself.
Yeah, but sometimes it's anger and all kinds of things. Depression, yes, is certainly part of it, but it's not on the list of typical symptoms for depression. I mean, it's not suicidality. It's not somebody trying to harm themselves. It's somebody trying to get certain kinds of release.
But is it a tension thing too?
No.
No, not really.
No,
Shush up,
I've
Drew.
never seen it be.
Let me talk to Tiffany. What do you know? Just because you're some kind of clinician, Tiffany.
Yeah. I don't really.
Your folks pay attention to you?
Kinda. Yeah.
They do?
Well, I don't know. Like, my parents are kind of verbally abusive, but that's not like all the time. Sometimes they can be like really nice. It's kind of weird.
My mom was herbally abusive. She made me eat weeds and like ginseng and other crap like that. But yeah, what do they say about you?
Well, my dad called me like a son of a bitch and stupid, and he's tired of me. And my mom's called me like an idiot and I'm stupid and all that.
Kind of ironic when you call your kid a son of a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially when it's a daughter.
She didn't like make fun of you and yell your mom's a whore or something like that either.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's kind of so your parents aren't the greatest folks, maybe.
They can be, but I don't really like my dad.
There's this book I sometimes quote called Female Perversion that has a whole theory. This analyst has a theory about why young women cut on themselves. Basically, it is a symbolic attempt at trying to reach back into childhood and relive some of those fantasies that are now forever gone. And she sort of sees menstruation and the self-cutting and all this is all tied together.
Yeah, but Drew, and I know you shut me down real fast, but when a kid cuts on themselves, it's almost always in a visible place.
No, it's often in their legs and stomach. And
all right, listen, wise ass. Let me talk to Tiffany.
I've had to deal with that to find these things when I'm examining people.
Tiffany, where do you cut on yourself?
My arm.
That's right.
And then,
thank you, sweetheart.
Do you let people see it?
Well, people do see it, but I don't really, like, want them to see it. They just, like, notice it, you know?
Do you hide it? Do you put long sleeves on, that sort of thing?
No.
No.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Drew. Drew's the smart one, everybody.
And so what's your point?
My point is when somebody cuts on themselves, oftentimes it's on their arms, and they know that people... I believe this, and I was this way to some degree when I was a kid, too, although I never cut on myself. I got myself involved with dangerous activities trying to get people involved.
Do you think it's like piercing? That it's sort of wearing an emblem of what you're doing to yourself, you're letting people know you're going to do it yourself before other people do it to you?
No, I think it is I think you're sort of crying out to your parents to get involved or to pay attention or to notice or to say, my God, what is this? What have you been doing? What's going on? What are you thinking? Why are you doing this? It's a way of... There's certain things... All of that is Dr. Drew. You know, when I went in the bathroom, Drew, to see what... I'm showering today because I didn't work out or do anything. I just putzed around in my... well, see what I'm wearing now?
Yeah.
Drew, tell the audience what I'm wearing for shoes.
If you were walking down the street, I swear to God, you'd be arrested. These are some sort of loafer with a spongy...
It's a slipper.
It's a slipper.
Yes, but it looks like a loafer.
Slipper. You're wearing a sort of a terry cloth sweatpants with paint on it.
That ain't paint, brother.
And it's just, I'm sorry, it's a bleach stain.
Thank you.
And about a 300-year-old sweat T-shirt.
Oh, Christ, I got something on it now. All right, and you'll be glad to know that I sprayed Wizard air freshener under my arms. Hey, I'm in the bathroom, I'm checking out the junk, and I'm thinking, I stink really bad. I mean, I don't stink that often, I really don't. And I only shower but twice a week. And I rarely stink, but I had some weird cold and a fever or something, and it really squoze the stink out of me. And I noticed how bad I stunk. I didn't know what to do, so there was a can of that Wizard air freshener in the bathroom. I just shot it right under my arms. Why not? I thought to myself, well, maybe this isn't a good idea. And then I thought to myself, why not? You take a dump, you spray it all over the bathroom, you suck that in. How bad could it be?
This is the same guy that put Astroglide in his hair when he couldn't find any...
and I still do it, and I stand by it. It's water soluble. I still do it. It's water soluble lubricant. It's great for your hair.
What are you doing?
When you shower as little as I do, Drew, it's important to use things that are water soluble. Know what I mean? Then that didn't make sense.
No.
What I'm saying is I can't be, I can't be
too greasy.
I can't be putting a lot of grease in my hair because I only shampoo,
once a week,
twice a week. Trying to drum up some dates. Becky.
Hello?
Hey, you're 16.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
My boyfriend is having sex.
Yeah. You and your boyfriend are having sex?
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 17. And lately he hasn't been pleasing me like before. I guess because I don't know, I'm not sexually attracted to him anymore. I want to know what to do because I really like him. He's a great guy and everything, you know?
He is?
Yeah.
Does he treat you right?
Huh?
Does he treat you right?
Yeah, he's really nice.
Does he treat you too nicely?
Huh?
Is he too nice?
Not really. Well, yeah, he's nice.
Does he have a pet name for you, like a nickname?
He just calls me cutie or baby.
Is he too nice though? You know what I mean? Is it tough for you to hang into a relationship where a guy treats you real well?
No.
You just don't like. You're not attracted to him.
Yeah. I mean, he's cool and everything. He's really nice and everything.
Right. Okay.
Huh?
All right.
Well, the relationship may be over. That's it.
But I really like him.
Well, you really like him what way? As a friend?
I guess.
Do you have any hint what's going on and what made you change your feelings? I mean, your feelings have changed about him.
I really care about him and stuff, but
when it comes to like being in bed, you know, he really sucks.
Ah, he doesn't make you feel right.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
What's he do?
I don't know. Just like, you know, like I get bored, or you know, like I don't know. I just get bored or something.
Have you had sex with other guys?
Yeah, just this other guy.
Just outside of the family?
Yeah.
You guys using condoms and birth control, that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you using for birth control?
Well, he uses a condom.
Every time?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, sometimes. Most of the time.
I can always get it out of him.
Becky.
Huh?
You're going to get pregnant.
Well, no.
You've been pregnant before, haven't you?
No.
Huh?
You're going to be pregnant.
Well, no, but just like the first time we didn't, but like now we are.
Okay. All right. Becky.
Huh?
Don't ever have sex with someone without a condom until you're in your 40s, okay?
Okay.
Now, if you're not sexually attracted to the man, you have to break up with him.
But I think it is more, though, that he doesn't know what she needs physically in the relationship. He doesn't make her feel intimate. You know how guys are so pathetic that way, right? I mean, guys, you got to remember...
You're talking to a guy who just sprayed Wizard under his armpits.
Becky, guys think women want what they want, and you need to tell him exactly what it is that you think is good when you guys are physically...
Can you tell him what you want, Becky?
And I'm not saying mechanically. I'm saying in terms of how you need to feel during the experience.
Let's do a little role playing. All right?
Okay.
I have my misgivings about this because of Becky's tender age, but we won't make it a sexual role play. It's more of an emotional thing. All right? I'd be your boyfriend. You be you, okay?
All right.
Drew?
I'll be the referee.
You be Agnes Moorehead.
I'll be Endora.
Okay. Hey, Becky?
Huh?
How about we get together and I hump you real good this weekend? All right?
Okay. I don't think so.
Oh, what? Why not?
Cause you're not. Cause you. Can't say it.
I'll do it real fast.
Huh?
I'll be real fast.
No, you suck.
Why?
We got it right out of her shell. How? What do you mean I suck? How come?
You're boring.
Boring?
What does that mean?
What do you mean? Would you shut up, Endor? I'm boring. What does that mean?
Well, you're nice and everything, but like you really suck in bed, you know?
Well, what do you mean? What do I do that you don't like?
You don't please me.
I don't please you?
No.
I spend too much time on myself?
Yeah.
I'm like too fast, too rough or something?
No, you just don't please me.
Maybe the role-playing idea wasn't the world's greatest.
Your instinct was better to avoid that.
Okay. All right, Becky.
Huh?
Either explain to him that, you know, he has a few alterations to make, or get rid of him.
All right.
All right. Well, you at least give him the chance to change.
Okay. I still suspect, though, that we haven't asked her about her dad and all that stuff.
Where's your dad?
He's here.
He is?
Yeah.
He's on furlough?
Huh?
No, he's always been around?
Yeah.
He's a good guy?
Yep.
Never laid a hand on you?
No.
Okay. Your mom, she a good woman?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Becky. Tell him what you want.
Okay.
All right. Oh, why couldn't I found someone like Becky when I was in high school?
Time Magazine this week has an article on feminism and is feminism dead?
Well, is that another article on you?
No.
Hey, is this month's Playboy with you in it?
Next time, I think.
It's not July or...
They're all screwed up. I heard it was this month, and next month I heard October, November. I don't know.
I almost bought it at the airport. And I thought, $5.95.
Oh, is that what they cost now?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, $5.95. If Drew ain't in here, I ain't buying it.
But they talk about Camille Paglia's theories about how women have the ultimate power. Something we talk about all the time, that women don't assert that power that they have in their relationships.
Yeah.
I thought it was very interesting to hear that being reiterated. It's something we've been saying here over and over again.
Who's Camille Paglia?
She's a famous psychiatrist analyst who wrote some amazing books.
She can't be too famous, Drew, because I'm a big-time radio
She was sort of an post-feminist, anti-feminist type.
I heard of her. Tracy.
Yeah.
You're 21.
Mhm.
What's going on?
I met this guy like about a month ago, and we started dating, and I really liked him. I mean, a lot. We totally clicked. I had a great time with him, just hanging out and acting stupid together and laughing and everything. And like, I called him up a couple days ago, and he told me, "Look, I'm gonna be straight with you. He's like, I had a girlfriend when I met you. I was with her for 3 months before I met you, and I've been cheating on her with you." And he said, I'm breaking it off with both of you because I can't go on living the double life and, like, making up lies. He's like, one lie has to go.
Hold on. Let me translate. Do you have a translation for this?
I have a translation.
I found a third girl.
That's good.
That's what I said to him. I was like, yeah, right. I said, you're breaking off with both of us so you can go on and do this to the next girl.
In my translation, he's just going to stay with the first girlfriend. But, yeah, you're right. He probably has a third one. But go ahead.
So, anyways, he was like, I'm breaking off with both of you. I can't handle, like, one lie covers up the next lie, and I just can't do it anymore.
I love the way guys lie by saying they can't stand lying. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, listen.
That's the routine rap.
I can't stand lying is right up there with I'd like to help. You get nothing. I'd like to help. No one has ever helped less
than
someone who says I can't stand. No one has lied more than the person who can't stand living a lie, and no one has helped less than the person who'd like to help.
So, Tracy, what's the question?
Well, I don't know.
We kind of got a bearing on this guy.
I felt like
you were only with him for like a night, right?
A night.
No, they ran around.
We've been together for a month. I really liked him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
How did you find out about the other girl? He just came out and told you?
Wait a minute. He is not saying, no, look, he is saying he wants to end this. That is a clear message. Okay?
What good's it do him?
He ended it with both of us, and he...
But whatever he's telling you...
All right, but hold on. Drew,
there's no hope.
Would you shush up?
Would she want to try to grovel to get this guy back?
No, I'm not trying to get him back at all. What he's telling me is he wants time to think about things, and he wants to change his person and be back with me later.
Let's go get this guy tonight. Let's call him.
All right. You got his number?
Because you're going to find out what he's really made of.
We'll get the truth right out of him.
He's in the Marines.
There. That's all you need to know. Please. He's a jarhead. He's a killer. Come on. You know, it was so funny. We wanted... well, I'll get to you in a second. You know, when we're doing this ABC pilot, I'll keep everyone posted on where this thing's going. Don't worry. But... one of the things I wanted to do was have an opening of it on a battleship, and they wouldn't let us have the opening on the battleship. We talked to the service. I said, what about that Cher video from like 1985 where she's dance around in a thong back on the Missouri or whatever the hell that is? But anyway, they wouldn't let us do it because in the opening monologue of the Man Show, it says something about this is the show for men. So ladies, don't bother tuning in or something. It wasn't really misogynistic. Well, you saw it, Drew, basically. But it was basically about men getting back the airwaves. The Navy wouldn't let us do this. And mostly because of stuff like tailhook and stuff like that. And I thought to myself, it's so ironic. They didn't want this as their image. I thought, basically what you guys do for a living is you kill people. And then when you're not killing, you rape. That's like what you do when you're in the service. You kill and then you rape. Like, you kill, that's like when you're at work. And then when you're on leave, you rape. That's what you do. You kill people, then you go to a brothel, you get loaded, and you bang some third world underage chick, okay? Now, you're worried about your image on the battleship. That makes me want to puke. Pussies get caught raping everyone at tailhook, and now I can't do a little opening on that battleship. And who bought that goddamn battleship, by the way, anyway? Who did buy it, Drew? You don't know?
Contributed.
Oh, that's right. Tracy?
Yeah.
What the hell was your question?
No, Tracy, you're done with him. He is giving you...
Oh.
I mean, what is he
Why did he come clean with you in the first place?
Because he said he couldn't handle...
Yeah, but what happened? Did you corner him?
Well, I knew about her. They were supposedly friends or whatever, and whenever he mentioned her name, it was like, my friend this, my friend that, and eventually he was like, look, I'm just going to come clean with you because I can't do it anymore. I just can't. And he said that he just cared about me too much and how he just hurt two really great people, and we deserve better than what he's been,
That's
the way
true.
he's been treating us.
That's true.
That's
the only truth he spoke.
He sounded very sincere about the whole thing. I mean, he was like, I'm such a jerk. I've been an asshole to you. You deserve better than me. You're a wonderful person. You've been nothing but good to me. And,
Okay, good.
well,
You do deserve better, so move on.
but for him coming clean, doesn't that mean he's going to try to be a better person, you know?
So what?
He's never had a relationship.
He's not going to have you in his life. He's telling you that loud and clear.
That's it. If he were into you, he'd be
But
with
he said
you.
he doesn't want to lose contact with me. He wants to stay with me and get back with me.
How long ago did he break up?
This happened
4 years ago.
How long ago?
3 days ago.
Okay. So far, every single breakup we've ever heard about, the people say, we'll be friends, we won't lose contact.
Forget about that. Whenever I've quit a job, I've always said I'll come back once a week and hang out.
You still do that, don't you?
Yeah, me and Everlasting still hop in the old carpet cleaning van and head out to Edwards Air Force Base to clean about 4,000 acres of carpet every once in a while. That is if Everlasting is out of jail for murder. I can't remember. But I'll tell you, one of the greatest phone answering machine messages I've ever heard was Everlasting calling from prison, asking Art, the carpet cleaning boss, who, by the way, wouldn't advance you $10 on a paycheck if he could pony up $50,000 to get Everlasting out on bail. It didn't go down. Although it was 12, 13 years ago. He could be out by now.
Just murder. It could be out.
It's just murder. Yeah, that's right. He didn't find any pot on him.
Janelle.
That's true. You're right. He's probably out.
Janelle?
Janelle?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I was zoned out.
That's all right. You're 17.
Huh? Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, when my boyfriend and I, we first started having sex, we've always used a condom, but I went on the pill. Mm-hmm. And now he started to say stuff like, oh, yeah, well, now they have a male pill, and, the morning after pill's coming out. And is any of that true, or is he just BSing?
The RU486 may be coming out in not too distant future, which is an abortive pill. And
I'll tell you, the jury's still out on that one. Is it not true?
Yep.
This could be potentially pretty dangerous stuff. Am I right?
No.
No?
Been used in Europe for years.
What?
Highly effective.
What?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But it's not, there are political reasons.
They want to give it another 20, 25 years before. We don't want to jump into this. I mean, it's only been around since, what,
75?
75? 76?
But, Janelle, look, you're on the pill.
Oh, no, not now. We haven't had sex since last December.
Why did you go on the pill?
I went on the pill because for a while we were, but he moved to Temecula, which is pretty far away from me. So the only time we really did anything was, once a month or less. So I just didn't think it was worth it. And then we had some rough times, so we just completely stopped.
I see.
And we got back together completely, and we had ideas about starting up again, but I was just like, I don't think it's, for once a month, I don't think I should be putting all those chemicals in my body for once a month.
Okay.
So I'm looking for either a different way or none at all, so.
Well, condoms.
Well, we've never done it without a condom, but I wanted a more sure way of doing it.
You can add a second barrier to the condom, like a diaphragm or sponge, that sort of thing. That really makes it very effective. And then if you have a problem with the condom function, then you take the morning after pill that we do have now, which reduces the risk of pregnancy by about 70%.
As soon as we're done, by the way, Janelle, as soon as we're done with the secondhand smoke issue in this country, we're going to start on some public service announcements involving the morning after pill, because that's something we want to get out there. People just got to finish up with the secondhand smoke issue, and then we're going to get to that, I think.
I was in my office today, and so a couple of patients spontaneously came up with that. The issue of how ridiculous it is that we're so preoccupied. I mean, atomic proliferation is occurring in Pakistan, and we have this horrible problem with our families.
Well, what do you think, Drew? But seriously, let me play devil's advocate. You think it's a bigger issue that some third world country could fit a nuclear device in the side of an attaché case and leave it off in a major metropolitan area within the United States, or that some people will die 6 or 7 years before they should because they chose to smoke for the last 55 years?
Yeah. Obviously, smoking is
Yeah,
much more serious.
would you call it more of a crisis?
Oh, of course, it's a terrible crisis.
It's a crisis, isn't it?
Yes. Oh.
I mean, some kid picks up a pack of smokes, and that same kid could bite. What I'm saying is 45 years from now, you can have a corpse on your hands, mister. Yeah, you better get to that. That's crisis. Would you rather someone pull a gun on you, Drew, or a pack of cigarettes?
Pack of cigarettes.
Oh, really?
Oh,
you're very brave.
But not smoke them at me.
Yeah?
I couldn't take...
What killed faster, the bullet or the second hand?
The second hand smoke.
Obviously. I mean, you're a doctor, Drew. You know what you're saying, right?
God.
Did you know that me smoking a pack is equivalent to you smoking 3 packs?
12 packs.
I mean, 12 packs. If I smoke 1 pack in this room, Ann, it'd be equivalent to Drew smoking a carton of non-filter. Did you know that? Oh, yes. I like when the waitresses beg on the spots. Where do they get all the money? They must get all the money from the tobacco companies. All the that's the saddest thing in the world if you think about it. Imagine you got a business and part of your business is funding an anti-business for you. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying.
What I'm saying is the tobacco tax pays for all of these commercials that run all the time.
Right.
So what I'm saying is essentially you have a product and 10% of your profit goes to a campaign that tries to eliminate your product.
Right.
I mean, like, you take a quarter from every 6-pack of Coca-Cola sold, and that goes to Pepsi.
Yeah.
Not only to Pepsi, but to a company that's trying to stop your product from being sold or produced.
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not totally against. I'm not against any of that at all. I mean, I think the nicotine is a seriously addictive compound.
Of course it is,
hurts
but
a lot of
we
people.
got bigger fish to fry.
We sure do. Our government shouldn't be in this. It should be a public health issue. It should be involved in the private.
But
sector.
imagine if we put all of that into the secondhand smoke stuff into the morning after pill.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine the kind of utopia we'd all be living in. No more unwanted kids. And believe me, like I said, I was down at that homeless shelter last week. Go look around. There's people out there, and it's the more of them and the less of us. And I don't mean to, these kids were great kids. These kids in here, but man, they didn't have parents, and there's a lot more potential for them to go astray. And when you get in a society where there's more of those than there are of the ones that have the less potential to go astray, you're effed. That's it. That's when it goes. That's when they better open another Ellis Island somewhere, because I'm getting on a boat. All right, we'll be back.
I feel so liquidy.
Really? Why?
You're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla.
Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. The fabulous Goldfinger will be in here tomorrow night. And, next week we got John Popper from the Blues Traveler. That is a great band, that Blues Traveler.
Are you guys...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to jam. You know, it's whenever John comes in, it's just it's a little tip of the hat, one musician to the next. And I usually jam with him, and I know he enjoys it. I know he doesn't get a chance to play his harmonica that often. Yeah. He probably sees that thing in his sleep.
Then Mike Ness. Just Mike Ness? Pie Tasters?
The guy brought Capone down?
Rancid.
Rancid will be in here. Yes, Pie Tasters. Pie Tasters are a real good band who I met via the Boss Tones and hung out with
They actually came up here with somebody else.
WHFS.
Yeah.
And they came in here one other time.
With somebody.
Right. But it wasn't with Dickie, was it?
I don't think so. Remember that?
Anyway, they brought me a pie, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway,
bring a pie.
They're good guys, so we'll talk to them then. And, of course, Mike Ness is from Social D. Kyle.
Hi.
You're 15.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I'm just kind of wondering. I've never really called the station before or anything, but, like, when I'm making out with my girlfriend, you know, nothing heavy or anything, but, like, and I pop an erection, what do I, like, is it okay to, like, for her to feel it, or, you know,
What do you think, Adam?
or, like,
Do you remember this?
should I try and hide it, or?
Yes.
I forgot the term pop-a Like, I remember it used to be like Papa Boner.
Yeah.
But you don't even say Papa anything anymore. Papa Wheelie, Papa Boner. You just stop saying pop in front of stuff when you get older, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't call soda pop. You don't eat popsicles.
Yeah.
You don't enjoy the band Papa Do Run Run. Playing at Disneyland.
But what did you do? Yes.
Every week. Hey, this week, Papa Do Run Run. They've been playing that for 17 years. What'd you do?
So what do you do? What did you tell Kyle to do? Hide it?
No, that's fine. She'll be flattered.
Yeah.
It's your girlfriend, right?
Yeah. We haven't really been going out long.
Well, what do? Do you just kiss?
Well, yeah, basically.
You don't think it'll freak her out a little?
Stuff.
Well, I mean, do you have to... Do you wear blue jeans?
Yeah.
All right. Can you... What kind of underpants do you wear?
Boxers.
Really?
Yeah.
I always wanted to wear boxers, but, my penis always came out of the fly hole. The fly in boxers just hangs wide open.
Yeah. Well,
I can never find a pair that fits right. It feels like I'm wearing them backwards. Except for there's a fly and my penis is hanging out. It's a weird feeling. You know what I'm talking about, Drew?
We should have a new show called Dressing.
Why do you wear
Dress the
boxers?
man.
Wear the ball nuggers. Who cares? It's better.
Okay.
All right.
But don't worry. I mean, obviously, every guy and girl has to go through.
It's
this
no big
phase.
deal. It's no big deal.
And don't feel so self-conscious about things.
Hey, do you guys, and you're not old enough to remember when the fashion statement, because I know you just turned, was it 24 yesterday, day before yesterday. There was a time when the fashion was about hanging the box trunks outside, lower than whatever shorts you're wearing. You'd wear cutoffs, and the boxer short would hang out lower than the shorts. And if you're really cool, you had some hanging out the top and out the bottom. Had some boxer short hanging out.
That's back now.
Oh, that's back? The boxer?
Hanging out the top.
Hanging out the top. Yeah, but that's just
So retarded.
because the skateboarding and snowboarding kids are wearing pants that are like, falling.
They're at their knees. Their belt is around their knees now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. They wear shorts that their shorts go from their knees up to their waist, and then they pull them down even lower. So they have shorts that essentially go to the top of to the middle of their shin.
Right.
Doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Well, anyway, the point is there was a time when you made a fashion statement by having the boxers hang out underneath the shorts. But you get in trouble in gym class. I remember that. Drew, you never wore boxer, man, were you?
Nope.
No. All the guys who studied wore the... there's something about support on the testicles and studying that seems to go hand in hand. The guys that smoke a lot of the weed, they always wore the boxers. And the guys that studied a lot, they wore the jockey shorts. I don't know what that is.
That's true.
Isn't that true?
That is very true.
What is that?
I don't know exactly what it is because, well, see, now I smoke a lot of pot, and ever since I started smoking pot, I wore boxers. But when I studied a lot in school, I wore the nug cutters.
Really?
Yeah. That's really odd, isn't
We're
it?
nug cutters.
Huh?
You meant ball nuggers.
The damn tight things that
Right.
constrict. Yeah. They get on my nerves now because it's all constricting.
So you made the Now what did the underpants cause the change, or did the pot smoking cause the underpant change? That's the question.
Well, I think the pot smoking caused the underwear change.
Uh-huh. All right. See, Drew, I'm right in every one of my theories. I really am.
I'm right in my theory here.
What's your theory?
My theory is about the ball hanging lower than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you noticed when you were younger, if you ever just looked at your balls, all of a sudden they started moving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They move up and down. One would hang lower than the other, or they'd stay the same, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, your body was growing at that time.
Right. All right.
Okay, so that's how they were growing, right?
No, that's not true.
Well, it sounds good enough to me.
No, that's a theory you
but
came
hold
up
on a second.
after. Hold on, Chris.
Okay.
After you started getting stoned, that's when that theory came into play.
You're right.
All right.
But the one side of your body is bigger than the other by a small margin.
Generally, that's true.
Sure.
And now I believe if you all would take your hands and find out which hand is larger, your ball would be hanging to that side.
All right. Hey, Socrates, could you quit philosophizing about the nuts and just tell me what side hangs lower on you?
My right side hangs lower, but I wear it on my left side.
But are you right-handed?
Yes, I'm right-handed.
Hold on, Socrates. That might be my porn name. Socrates. I come out in a big beard.
With hemlock.
All right, so Chris, you didn't have a question. All right, forget it. Now have another bong load and stare at your sack. Come on. We got bigger fish to fry. Brian.
Hi, Adam, Drew, long-time listener. Really enjoy your show.
Thank you.
My problem is I'm 26. I've been divorced now for about 2 years, and I have a 6-year-old little boy. I'm a single father. When I got divorced, my ex-wife, she kidnapped my son, and she left the country with him.
Oh, my God.
And make a long story short, I found out where she was, and I got custody of him back. But she came back, and she fought custody, and we settled on joint. And my biggest problem is, my son's asking me right now why his mom and dad doesn't live together. He's only 6 years old, and it's hard for me not to show a lot of bitterness towards him, and I can't deal with his mother because I'm really angry at her. And it's 2 years later, and
don't get into any nuances with him. Just tell him that you and his mom just do not get along. Yeah. Some people we thought we could, but we can't get along. We both love you, and we both are going to take care of you. We're both going to be here for you. But the two of us together just doesn't work right now.
Yeah, I just around him,
we love you as much as we hate each other. And by the way, can you kidnap your own kid? You really got to downgrade it to something less than kidnapping.
It's kidnapping.
I know, but it's your own goddamn kid. I mean, if you can't, it's your kid. Like, listen, when you take your kids to the supermarket, you kidnapping them?
Well, yeah, I did a little research for the state of California. If you leave the state or the county with your child and you don't have the consent of the other parent, it's technically kidnapping.
Yeah.
So, but
the irony is most of our listeners don't care, but you happen to be the one that did.
Yeah.
What country did she go to?
Mexico.
Uh-oh.
And
now that's kidnapping.
How did you do that? Usually you have to have a letter from the other parent to get on the plane.
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah. If you get on a plane, you have to letter. If you're going on a plane with one parent to Mexico, you have to have a letter.
Which letter? Vowel? Consonant?
Oh, Christ's sake. Did she drive?
Woody Allen,
actually, she drove. She lives. Her family lives right across the border from El Paso.
Yeah.
Don't you have to have a letter to the folks to fill up at a gas station? Really? Drew, how come you never tell me this stuff? When you get on, when your wife gets on a plane with your kids, she has to present a letter from you?
If she's leaving the country. If she's leaving the country, yes.
Wow.
Also, Adam, when I
notarized letter.
When I met her, I was in the United States Air Force, so not everybody goes out and kills and rapes. I actually married this one, so.
Okay. But that is a hobby of the enlisted man, is it not?
Well, in the Marines, maybe.
All right.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right, Brian. Take care of yourself. I was watching Hard Copy today, and they had this story on this husband that was going to have his wife killed, and they videotaped the whole thing with him talking to an informant or talking to an agent, but he really thought he was talking to an assassin. But the thing I thought was funny, and he reminded me, is the guy who he originally talked to was some sort of some sort of stool pigeon or something, some guy, some plant, some whoever. Yeah. They don't want their identity known.
Right.
So whenever they don't want the guy's identity known, they film him where it's shaded, and they change the voice around.
Yeah.
And then they put the name Tony or whatever name they put, and then they put the quotations by the Tony.
Right.
Because he's not really named Tony. We don't need to know his real name. Here's my question. Do we need Tony? What, am I dating the guy? He's telling me how it's, this guy wanted off his wife. I don't have a relationship with the guy. It's not like I'm going to call him up and ask him a question where I need to know his name. Just don't put the goddamn name on there. And besides, it's distracting when someone tells you it's their name, but it's not their name. It's like if you met someone and they shook your hand and they went, "Hi, I'm Bill. Hi, I'm Marcia, but my name's really not Marcia, but I'm telling you it's Marcia." The hell do I need that for? It was ridiculous. And they just did one segment with the guy, but they always do that. They put the name and then they put the quotations. Oh, it's Tony. Okay. All right, if I see him, I'll call him Tony, but then I'll wink. All right. So anyway, they videotaped the whole guy. And you know it's always great, too, when they videotape someone in a room saying, yeah, I want you to kill my wife and kill her any way you want. And then they show it in court and the guy goes, I was just kidding. Or, yeah, wait a minute, this is out of context. Yeah, I wanted to kill her, but not really. You're all mixed up. You ever see when they do that? That's the greatest part. Like when they go back to the transmission shop and show them the little videotape they had hidden in the guy's hat.
Yeah.
He said it would cost $500. Okay, we'll be back.
This is
And Dr. Drew over here. Fabulous Loveline. Drew?
Yep.
Where were we? Was I talking to somebody?
Nope. We're going to talk to somebody right now.
Okay. I have no short-term memory.
Lisa.
Yeah, hello?
Hey. What's going on with you?
Oh, I dated my best friend about a year ago, and we broke up, and I just wanted to know if there's any way I could get that friendship back because he won't talk to me, and I think I scare him or something like that.
Guys basically want...
Did you break up with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys want it to be over when it's over.
Yeah.
They don't want to be friends. Women kind of want to... They don't want the complete loss. They want to maintain a friendship. Guys need at least 6 months of total nothing.
Well, it's been almost a year now.
And even then,
we were
sometimes...
best friends for 2 years before we started dating.
2 years?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long time he waited. That's a lot of spinning that grinding wheel and sparks flying from the axe, isn't it, Drew? Yeah. It's a long time.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, that's what I do. I sit home and I just spin this big grinding stone and sparks fly from my axe whenever I have my sights set on a woman. Lisa?
Yes?
Have you put on some weight or something?
No.
Oh, okay. I just, Drew wanted to know.
Why?
Drew wrote it down on that little Mark's a Lot board
Why?
there.
Why are you asking that?
I don't know. He should be trying to get back in her pants at some point.
No, he's done. He's done.
Does he?
He got hurt and he's done. He just wants to move on.
It wasn't like that. I mean, is there any way that I can get the friendship back?
What is? And he won't communicate with you at all?
No, I'll talk to him. I talk to him on his birthday and stuff like that. But
What does he say?
well, we'll talk, but things are just tense.
Is his pride hurt or something? Yeah, his pride's hurt.
No,
Drew,
his feelings are hurt.
All right, but Drew, don't you remember this phase of life? I'm just starting to think back on it, and I could remember doing that, liking some girl, and then them not liking me, and I was like friends with them, and then just being a dick for 6 months, and eventually I think I got back and became friends with them, but I could remember like trying to salvage some pride somehow by just being a prick, and then the bigger prick you are, the more you do it, and there's a weird thing. I don't know what it is. I don't have that in me anymore, and it just sort of, you grow out of it, but you know what I'm talking about?
Not really. I mean, it's so. I think so much of it is responding to pain. You know, you don't want this discomfort anymore. To act out a little bit.
You never had that feeling?
It doesn't sound that familiar to me.
More stuff to work out in therapy, I guess. Mike, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah? No, I mean, like when you're 16, 17 years old, and there's some girl you really dig, and then she kind of, she dumps you a little, and then you try to, like, get back at her a little by being a prick.
What do you mean dumps you a little? I don't know what that means.
I mean, like...
Dumps you a lot, I understand. Dumps you a little, I don't care.
All right, you know what I'm talking about. I've had the exact same thing, as a matter of fact. I had a friend of mine named Danielle when I was a kid, and then I had a huge crush on her for like a year, and then we like dated just a little bit, and then she got smart and got away from me. And then I was like hated her for a year, even though we were great friends before that.
People do that. Sure.
I was a total idiot.
But that's because it hurts. You're mad at him.
Right, but you have the energy to do that when you're slightly younger.
That's all gone. Yeah, that's all gone.
Yeah, your only revenge is your 10-year reunion when you find out you make more money than they do.
Right. Yeah. Although I had my 10-year reunion, I didn't. Maybe my next 10-year. Do I have 2 10 years, or is it just the next one's at 20?
Next one's 20.
Ooh. Ann's going to have 2 10-year reunions, aren't you, Ann?
How do you figure?
Well, Ann will go to her first 10-year reunion when she's 28, and then when she turns 38, that'll be her next 10-year reunion.
Okay.
It won't be her 20-year reunion.
Of course not.
No, and when she's 48, what will that be?
10 year?
That's right. 10 years from the last reunion. That's the way you count it. Pablo.
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah.
Anyway, whoever we're talking to, don't worry about it with Lisa. Yeah, don't worry about it. If he doesn't want to be friends, he doesn't want to be friends.
Yeah, you can't
that's
force
it.
that, yeah.
That's it. And it's just because his feelings are hurt.
Right. You're just saying exactly what I said 400 times.
I know, but I'm summarizing and moving on. Pablo?
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Okay, well, I mean, before I started dating the girl I'm with right now, it used to be like, I run into a girl at a party, I like her, she likes me, I do whatever I want, and then, I move on to another girl. And now it's like I'm committed to this girl. I really like her and stuff, and she really likes me. But I'm really afraid that I'm going to cheat on her, because I think about it all the time.
So you don't want to really have a committed relationship?
No, I do, but it's
but you
difficult
don't.
for me.
You don't want to have one?
No, seriously, I do.
Then have one.
I'm afraid, though,
That what? You can't.
That I'm going to hurt her. I don't want to hurt her.
That you can't control your impulses?
Yeah.
Does that mean you don't want to really have a committed relationship?
No, I do.
Then have one. It's sort of circular.
She's like not. She doesn't do the stuff that I normally do.
Are you
with
saying
her.
you're incapable of having a committed relationship?
I don't think I am.
You're incapable of it. Is that right?
His name's Pablo.
All right, we'll tell her you're incapable. You better tell her you're incapable of it, and then it's up to her.
Trust a guy named Pablo.
Whether she trusts you and how far she gets in.
No, that's not going to work.
Well,
that's a horrible idea.
Why? She shouldn't be getting with the guy unless there's something wrong with her, and she has to be in that. Somebody that can't be faithful to her.
Listen, Pablo, this relationship's going to end anyway, so you might as well just enjoy it. Pablo's got the pot smoker's laugh.
No, that wasn't quite that. That wasn't that.
That was more the retarded Elmer Fudd?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Pablo.
All right.
Listen, you are captain of your own vessel.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to cheat, you don't have to cheat.
Okay.
That's all.
That's better advice.
Just because Dad did that doesn't mean you're...
Oh, that's a good question. Did your dad cheat?
Well, no. See, my mom, she died when I was a really young kid.
Oh.
So it's a way of it's a way of preventing those feelings of well, it's a way of keeping an escape hatch open, if it gets too involved.
You hear that, Pablo?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old were you when your mom died?
Like 10 months old.
No. That's not as heavy as being like 5, is it?
Right. Everybody tells me I'm sorry. They're sorry for me all the time. I'm like, what?
Well, it's a difference between being born without a thumb and having it chopped off when you're 10. It's like, what's worse? It's not great either way, but never having it is better than missing it.
Right.
Hey, that's good. How come no one cares? Look at it. I make great analogies. Everyone's in there talking it up. I got Drew with a flat face over here. One day, when the history books are written, I'm going down in the genius department, Drew.
If you say so.
Okay. All right, Pablo. Realize this is like some old junk, and you got to work it out, right?
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Live your life. Be free.
Commit yourself.
Commit yourself. Allie.
Hi.
Hey, you're 14.
Hi, Adam. You are the man.
Thank you.
I love you.
You do, don't you?
You are a god.
Oh, Allie. What happened to you?
Oh, nothing much. Actually, I saw you at Live 105 last Friday, and you were really cool.
And what'd I do?
You're over at the fence, and you were talking to everybody.
Right.
Yeah, you're really nice.
I'm even more handsome in person, right?
Actually, I do agree with that. You are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen you on TV, and you're much better looking in person.
That's right.
It's too bad everybody has to see him on TV, though. Allie, what's going on?
That's true. 99.999% of the people see me. Or the god-awful pictures that are taken and put in publications. Oh.
Okay, well, there's this guy I really, really, really like. And he's 15, and he's going away for the whole summer in about a week. And I'm really, really good friends with him, and I want to kind of take it to the next level, but I don't know how.
He's going away for the summer.
The whole summer. He's not going to be back till after school starts.
And this is somebody you're in school with?
No, actually, we're in different schools.
How far away is the school?
Well, it's a private school, and I go to public.
I would just let him know how much you want to keep seeing him when he gets back, but a lot can happen across the summer.
Where's he going for the summer?
He's going all the way to Florida, and I'm in California.
Yeah.
What's he doing in Florida?
Well, his mom lives there, and he's going for as a break.
Mm-hmm. Is he your age?
He's 15, and I'm 14. I'll be 15 in like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
I just, just let him know how much you're looking forward to seeing him.
Wait, are you dating him now?
No, we're just really good friends.
You want to, like, make that move before he leaves, right?
Yeah.
Remember those days, Drew, when you saw that window open and close all the time? Now you look at the window, it opens. You look at the TV, you look back at the window, and then you fixate on the TV again. You give a rat's ass what the hell, where the window goes. Remember you used to have all those, like, moments of opportunity? Yeah. Like, I got to get on this now. Yep. You got to go now. It's the last day of school, or we're going into Christmas vacation, or whatever.
I was going to tell him
whatever it was.
Ask for prom or Disneyland.
Yeah, there was all these, like, grad night and prom, and you got to go. Now you sit around trying to avoid those moments. Uh-oh, phone's ringing. I don't want to get that.
I would just put him on notice that you really look forward to him coming back.
Well, you guys are just awesome, and I love your show, and I love you both.
Thanks.
And Drew, you just give out such good advice, and this is so awesome to talk to you.
Well, it's nice to talk to you, Allie. You sound quite lovely, and I think I remember you from Through the Fence. And I'm pretty sure your body does not have that checkered pattern. I think that was just the links of the fence. She's a hottie, this Allie. He'd be glad to know that. She's into him. My fan club wasn't there, by the way, at the Live 105 gig.
From last year.
Yes, and saw the pictures of my fan club last time. Those 3 lovely ladies. I don't know where they were. Probably in rehab or something. Okay, we'll be back. It's a weird society.
Yes, it is.
Oh, boy, is it weird. Man, is it weird. All right, let's all think about that. Don't kill yourself. Just appreciate it. Do what I do. Step outside of society and just observe it for a while.
But all the stuff we're talking about it being weird, wouldn't it be a much healthier place if people just had real relationships?
Yeah, it would.
Just deal with people as they are.
But Drew, remember you're talking about the pool to Hard Rock?
Yeah.
To me during the commercial?
Yeah.
Picture yourself high on mushrooms looking at that pool. All that silicone and suntan oil.
Yeah.
Weird stick-on plastic nails. Okay, I'm Ace Rock Hall, Dr. Drew there. And until next time, this is Ace Rock Hall for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Bye-bye for now.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed herein are not necessarily those of the staff or management or producers or directors or the advertising or anyone. They might be Bob's. I'm Bob, and they're mine. The producer of Loveline is Ann Wilkins. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment. Grr, arg. We now return you to your highly tested, regularly scheduled programming.